with some more Fallout New Vegas here on Monday. Previously on Fallout New Vegas, we completed the Honest Hearts DLC, and now we are going to go ahead and start the Old World Blues DLC. And we are just going to keep on rolling down the line of DLCs until we complete them all. Excuse me. So yeah. As you can see, we've got this busted satellite. Very peculiar, don't you think? But yeah, I really do hope that everybody's having a good Monday, because it's nice to, or I want to say that I'm having an okay Monday. Excuse me. But yeah, let us begin with Old World Blues. When we last left off, we had just basically finished Honest Hearts by wiping out the White Legs tribe and securing the future of Zion Valley. Now we are here, looking at the moon, and the creepy eye. But it's okay. I'm sure nothing will happen when I interact with this satellite. Nothing at all. Old World Blues is recommended for experienced couriers, level 15 plus. Yeah, you can actually, this is one of the only ones that, this and Dead Money have level recommendations, because they're just active entrances. Well, Honest Hearts does have I would recommend that you do Honest Hearts at like a certain level. It's definitely easier than the other DLCs, the easiest of the DLCs. Dead Money, like I said earlier, I think is like the hardest in my opinion, but Lonesome Road is definitely up there. So you have a premonition that while you'll be unable to return to the Mojave Wasteland while you solve the big mysteries of the Big Empty, you will be able to take everything you carry with you, and you will be able to return to the Big Empty anytime after completing Old World Blues. Just in case you were curious as to whether or not, you'd be locked out of the DLC. And honestly, it's funny that I'm doing the two DLCs where you're actually not locked out of returning to those places to explore them more. Both Honest Hearts and Old World Blues, they are both, you have the opportunity to explore them both. I gotta work on fixing my sound alerts, so I'm sorry if you guys are looking forward to that. I've been kind of tinkering around with that, but I'm not even at affiliate yet, so it's not worth it, I suppose. I digress. Examine the satellite a little closer, and the atomic wonders of... Excuse me. The atomic wonders of science await. And so they do. But yeah, I'll be able to carry everything with me. So let's see what we gotten ourselves into this time. Fallout New Vegas. Old World Blues.
In the years before the Great War, Big Mountain had been the home to the brightest minds of the 21st century. Scientists of vision were drawn to the facility to tackle the greatest technological challenges of the era. They sought to create a new world, fueled by technology, for the benefit of all mankind. Sonic emitters, space-age alloys, DNA hybridization, force field particle research, autodoc advances in cranial, cardiac, and trauma surgery. The hopes and dreams of a century became realities in the electronic forges of Big Mountain. The nucleus of this research was the Dome, a huge stone facility that held the labs of every science known to man. It was a think tank where no problem could not be solved, where no question could not be answered. The Great War brought a new energy to Big Mountain and its scientists. Although sheltered from the front lines, the scientists waged their own war, fighting their battles at the atomic level. Equations and calculations marched endlessly across chalkboards and computer terminals toward one solution: winning the war.
Little did they know it was
For
already
years,
over.
the minds and computers of Big Mountain were a blaze of trajectories, weapon schematics, and nuclear theories. The problems began to outpace the solutions, first geometrically, then exponentially. As the war escalated, so did the questions. On the night of October 23rd, 2077, the scientists received an answer that put all their questions to rest. In the aftermath, Big Mountain's silent experiments went to sleep, their creators slowly dying in the new world that had been left behind. And the great stone in the middle of the Big Empty lay untouched, filled with countless technological wonders. Wonders that, in the end, had been answers to the wrong question.
Dun dun dun. I really do love this DLC. Like, the characters and, like, the interactions of this DLC provide a lot of humor in this game. In the game as a whole, I should say. You feel strangely heavier. A quick inspection of your body reveals faint surgical scars around your heart, or your head, chest, and back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can I actually zoom in? I don't think I can, but I think... Oh yeah, I think I can zoom in here. Oh, I finally figured out how to manipulate the camera while I'm looking, so you can actually see things that, like, are in front of me. That would have been helpful. I've never had a need to do that before, though, for the sake of streaming or anything else. So, yeah. I still have everything that I need, right? Yeah, I'm gonna put my power armor back on, thanks. I just don't... The patient gown, that's just a little silly. It's a unique piece of clothing, though. It is a unique piece of clothing. And hey, look! We got all sorts of stuff here. Behold the sink, which is going to be our player home when we're not out and about adventuring in Big Mountain. And, yes, you can talk to certain things. In fact, this is where that humor that I mentioned comes into play, because you can talk to the various appliances that you have in the sink, and they all have their own unique personalities, and many of them are very humorous. They really are. So, yeah. Now, auto dock. I actually forgot, I offloaded a lot of my weapons, so... Can't open that. I know, I should probably just go through, but just checking everything in here. There's minor loot in here, nothing too special. Look at that. Looky, it's a mini Securitron named Muggy. That's actually kind of funny and cool in its own way. Ralphie. Securitron Mark 1, Mark 2. So yeah, he made a mini somebody made a mini Securitron. Ooh, mad scientist scrubs. Another unique piece of gear. A safe and trunk to store stuff. My controller just said that the batteries are low, but I'm just gonna ignore that for a little while because I don't really think that they're actually low right now. Maybe they are. Okay. Yeah, it's called Big Mountain or the Big MT. Well, we got no other place to go but the think tank. Let's go in, shall we? A strange feeling of pacifism comes over you. You find that you cannot draw your weapon for some reason. Well, in case you didn't know what pacifism is, it basically explains it for you. Pacifism is the lack of fighting. And now we meet 5 of the 6 pictured scientists, it looks like. Except, wait a minute, they may be the 5 of the 6 pictured scientists but are they just ninjas?
I heard the pacification field kick in. All right, shh. Nobody move. I'll handle this.
Their brains in jars.
Intruder! You are in the presence of the mighty think tank of Big Mountain, the collective geniuses of we. By Oppenheimer, which one of you self-professed geniuses has been adjusting my volume knob? Who was it? Was it you, 8? Oh, Dr. O, was it? Likely story. O couldn't spark 2 neurons if they were in a lattice of biomed gel.
What? Me? Breaking news, Klein. It wasn't me, all right? I'm the robotical engineer. 8 is sound waves. That's his specialty. You always do this. You always demean me in front of guests. And it's not O, all right? It's...
Enough! Either of you do it again, it'll be the last time. Now... Great. Now I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about?
How are you all speaking through that one voice box? Not to cut your speech off, but is there something coming from the big monitor? Yeah, no kidding. Why you hauled me here now? I was at a theater and then I was here. What is this place?
Did it just say something? Anyone catch that? Boros, you work with animals. Translate. It's a lobotomite. Here, in the dome. Oh, as if this situation couldn't get any worse. Now we've got lobotomites. Dalla, get the spray before it excretes all over everything.
Look, I wake up here all cut apart and I want some answers.
Dr. Klein, if my hypothesis is correct, this lobotomite is the repository of the brain we sent the signal to, the skin envelope once containing it. If so, it's proof that there may indeed be something beyond the crater. Just look at it. The way it blinks. It's like a big, hairless teddy bear.
I know what it is, Dollar. I want to know why it's down here. With its limbs all over everything. And are those penises I see wriggling on its feet? Disgusting.
I believe those are toes, Dr. Klein. Little teddy bear toes. Penises are much larger than those tiny extremities. Not that I would know.
I don't recall the human penis ever being that large.
It depends on one's own frame of reference, Dr. O. Look at its little nose with its 2 orifices for ingesting oxygen.
Noses?
I told you this one's gonna get weird.
The great static.
I
These
told you this was gonna
lobotomites
get
confound
weird.
me with their sheer number of useless extremities.
Wave hands, nod. I'm seconds away from smashing your monitors. Science. Point at them. Hold up 5 fingers.
Now it's holding up an array of fully erect hand penises. If it tries to insert them, activate vivisectors.
Dr. Klein,
Wait. I don't believe those gestures were random. Random at all. It's been following our conversation. The lobotomite understands us.
I agree with Boros's histrionic findings. This little lobotomite is unusually attentive for something whose brain has been extracted.
Nonsense.
I'm a
Lobotomites can't
genius.
comprehend us.
What? I'm a genius.
Ace, have you been in the mentats again? If we slow down our oral processoreceptors to understand this excretion, we'll all be rendered ignorant.
All of you, power down, shut up, and let me prove once and for all how wrong you all are. As usual. Lobotomite, do you understand me? Can you speak?
Yes, I'm guessing that crash satellite was yours? Why do I feel passive? I should be angry, really angry, but I'm not. Not to cut off your streak.
Those were
Yes.
words, weren't they? In the form of questions. It's asking me questions. Is this some kind of trick? Our efforts
No.
have turned against us. In playing God, we created a monster.
Perhaps as we were ruthlessly lobotomizing it with our cutters, we filled this skin envelope with awareness. A teddy bear with new stuffing.
Wait, if what you're theorizing is this lobotomite understands us, can reason with us,
Then this may be just the answer we've been looking for. At last, a chance to... Dr. Klein, a transmission from the Forbidden Zone, coming right at us. It can only be...
Mobius.
If it isn't my old colleagues, the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. Big fools, all of you. It is I, Dr. Mobius, transmitting from my dome-shaped dome in the Forbidden Zone. A zone that is, yes, forbidden to you. Even now, my deadly robo-scorpions swarm across Big Mountain with their pincers and pointy laser tails. Soon, all science will be mine! Even the technology sealed in the Big Mountain research centers cannot save you. So cower in your think tank. Wait for the end. That's
Seriously,
all.
they outnumber him.
Goodbye.
Seriously, they outnumber him 5-1. But seriously,
Always the same broadcast. He's clearly mad, driven insane by his flawed and imprecise kindergarten-level research methodology.
what are we going to do? There's no way we can breach the Forbidden Zone. There's those robot scorpions everywhere.
The Forbidden Zone, where no brain has ever entered, nor ever returned.
Except Dr. Mobius and the technologies that could save us. They are out of our reach.
And Dr. Mobius mocks us. Did you see his cracked monitor? He's clearly let himself go.
What? Ask the lobotomite for help? Abe, I think you need the fluid levels in your logic assist pumps checked.
If this lobotomite responded, Dr. Klein, then it is clearly intelligent, perhaps even displays heretofore unknown levels of helpfulness.
But what of its brain? We scooped that out. We don't even know where we left it. And for putting it
Really?
back in, none of us have the knowledge.
Yes, but it's still aware and responsive. Look at it. It's regarding us even now with its big teddy bear eyes. If we ask it politely and leave the part about the unnecessary, ruthless lobotomizing out, it might be favorably disposed to us.
Yeah, no.
We removed your brain, yes. So soft, barely wrinkled, yet so flush with knowledge and experience. Brain extraction technology has been standard practice at Big Mountain for an immeasurable amount of time.
Once the brain was out, then came the coils. The Tesla coils. The coils of Nikola Tesla.
Yep. The brainless perk. Your brain has been replaced with advanced technology. Your head can no longer be crippled and is 25 more resistant, or is resilient to resistant chem addiction, 25%, and the shock from body damage threshold plus 5% damage threshold, minimum +1. So yeah, there is a little bit of a perk to having no brain.
Yeah, ain't no need to brag. Wherever your brain is, it's transmitting thoughts to you through the
Tesla coils in its head.
This is fortunate in many respects. If your brain was anywhere in the dome, why, you could access your aggression centers.
Circumventing the pacification field. This is a no-no. We have never been in a fight. We do not want that. Reminds me of my days in American High. And Richie Marcus.
It's on my chest and on my spine.
Darla, was it necessary this time?
I assume full responsibility. I take my duties in the prodding and excision of living, breathing tissue quite seriously. Although in truth, the autodoc had done most of the work already. Quite industrious, almost cut into all my investigations. Once it had removed the brain and I misplaced it, other organs began to cry for direction, using your nerves as telegraph wires. Rather than let them send their signals, I removed them as well. Shh, little organs. Go to sleep in your tanks. Dala loves you.
First was the heart.
Now we got the heartless perk. The scars on your chest begin to confirm what the think tank is saying. You cannot be poisoned, and the filters in your artificial blood pump will regulate bleeding and healing, allowing healing items to function, chems to function at a higher level. Robots are now confused by you and 50% likely less to score a critical hit. So yeah, it's almost as if like with these with these perks, I mean, you do get a perk back when you if you reattach all your organs, but it's almost as if you're like encouraged to not.
Oh, wait, I mean, second was the heart. Brain was first. Third was the spine.
Spineless. Due to your spine has been replaced as well. Your torso can no longer be crippled, and your strength and damage threshold will be increased by 1.
Spine. Totally overrated, that arrangement of vertebrae. Look at me, with my lumbar and thoracic curvature. Never had a use for any of that. Spineless is what I prefer.
You took out my brain, heart,
That
and spine.
Autodoc junk heap was one of Mobius's creations, like the rest of the talking scrap metal in the attic.
After that, the brain lost itself. Not in the metaphysical sense. Might have gotten flushed into one of the pipes. Actually, that's pretty likely.
If
I'm assuming Mobius has it. Yep.
Flushed all the way to Mobius. Flush. That is the sound of flushing. Why,
Yes.
the Fisher of Rolando. Enough of this biological surgery talk. Lobotomite. Listen to my voice. It denominates me to ask, but we need your help. In most probable of probabilities, our enemy, Mobius, has your brain. This is not good. He will most likely come after our brains next. We want you to stop him. Somehow. With science.
First you want me to... First you scoop out my brain, now you want me to save you? Exactly.
That is correct, yes. I hope you're not demonstrating resentment now. If you
No,
are,
resentment?
well,
Why would
we
I?
can't have that.
Resentment? What? Why? No. Why would you think that? How the hell am I even talking to you right now?
We have no idea. This line of questioning isn't important to us right now. Why are you asking these tangential questions? Stop it! We need these technologies. You need to get them. You must get them.
You are equipped to retrieve the technologies with your primitive form. We are not.
In other words, because I have
kind of
weapons.
embarrassing. You have hands and a heartbeat, sort of, and eyes, mostly the hands. There's door handles and lockers and...
Enough! Your help. Will you help us?
Just bore me to death.
Excellent. This is turning out much better than the activate the retreat protocols and cower in my room idea I had earlier.
Agreed. Oh, and I've used my robotical knowledge to, transmit the radio map waves to... Settle down, 8. I would have gotten it in a second, all right? 8's transmitted the last known coordinates of the research centers. They, well, move sometimes. Or get buried. Or blow up.
Really?
8
Yay,
is
level
correct.
up.
All we need are the schematics. This does not mean we do not want the cold, hard technology, however. So do not give in to your biological tired laziness and decide you would sweat too much carrying them. You have a new spine. Use it. And even if you die in the act of reclamation, simply reaching them will auto-transmitify the schematics to us. That is still good. For us.
This whole place sounds dangerous. These devices sound dangerous. If you don't tell me what I need to find, I can't help you, alright?
Nonsense. This place is no more dangerous than a nuclear detonation site. Our technology is no more lethal than an overcharged Tesla cannon. The technologies are the X2 transmitter antenna array, used to focus coherent thought at excessively high frequencies.
The psychoanalytic, cardiac dampening, sneaky stealth are like nothing this world has ever heard or could ever see.
Ansonic's emitter, able to broadcast sound at lethal frequencies. It also gives a great biogel massage.
There. We have informed you of all we need. We estimate if you are focused, your time investment will be minimal, by our standards. If you work quickly, you will be the recipient of a gesture of gratitude from us. We do not bestow these old-world gestures lightly.
Now, ordinarily, you, I mean, again, you could kill them, but you can't kill them because of the pacification field. What if I take my time and explore the crater?
What illogic is this? Keep your filthy, penis-tipped feet out of our labs and secrets.
There are things here no lobotomite was meant to see. Things that would astound and possibly terrify. Terrify!
Yeah, we don't come into your lab and decant your solutions.
Only the magnificence of our monitors allow for true comprehension of the wonders of Big Mountain. Shield your jellied eyes lest they burn from your skull.
Then, can you help me get this done as quickly as possible? Sounds like a lot of walking. Doesn't sound like my style. Maybe I'll do a little exploring.
You would not dare. Perhaps Perhaps I can change your mind using the greatest of our sciences, the fence. The radar fence that surrounds the big mountain crater will protect you from straying beyond the facility.
The mighty radar fence protects us all. Get too close to the blinking posts, and the proximity warning shall be your warning. You are too close.
If you get near it, your vision will blur as the electrodes in your head shut off one by one. Click, click, click.
Possible memory loss will occur along with long-term nerve degradation. It is tied to not having a brain attached to your nervous system. But the nerve degradation is nothing to worry about. Such degradation would take many lifespans to become evident, and all biology dies. Such tiny inconveniences are less than the greater convenience and conveyance. You see, if rendered unconscious by the pylons, you will be returned to the sink, seemingly instantaneously by your deadened perceptions.
Why can't you go out there and shut them down?
Out there? We're not going out there. It's dangerous. We're smart, not suicidal.
Oh,
Dr.
sure
Klein?
you are.
Dr. Klein, if I may intersect for a moment.
What is it? The lobotomite is asking me things, and I'm trying to ignore them. My processors can't ignore you both at the same time.
Well, you know how we asked it to fetch the sonic emitter thing? Turns out we already have it. What are the odds?
What is this, a high school science fair? Get your act together. You're making us look like a collection of round earthers.
You're always yelling. My receptors can't take it anymore. And neither can my feelings.
I am yelling because you contaminated specimens can't keep your probes off the volume knob on my voice module.
For the love of, please stop fighting.
It is truly the end of all intelligence when the lobotomite speaks more wisdom than you geniuses. So, if we have the sound wave, sonic projecto thing gun, then what in Heisenberg's name do we need from X8? Anyone?
I believe we need a new frequency embedded into the gun. It was designed to broadcast many sounds once charged. We just don't know the frequency.
And it is lost in X8, just as X8 is forever lost to us. The sadness of my high school days, the sadness of my youth lost.
Oh, really, Boros? All you did in high school was Tommy Fink Tattletale and all the kids you hated, you little teacher's pet brown hound.
Give the lobotomite the emitter. Does it have an audio effect frequency loaded?
Oh, I don't think so. Wait.
What is he doing?
I think he's sonjaculating into the gun. Getting it warmed up.
Ugh. Yikes.
Ding. Turkey's done.
You give it to the lobotomite. I'm not touching that thing.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'll do it if you two are going to be ashamed of your own technological needs. Let me give it a little sonic sterilization first. All right. All antibacterial fresh. Here, my little teddy bear. I have thoroughly removed all Robco terminate code spew from the device. It is clean, shiny, and ready for your hands.
Ah. Okay. Energies. Let's see. Sonic guns. The sonic gun looks like an energy projectile. You got anything that's fed lead? No, let's just stick with this.
Yes, I believe Watt's electronics tended to make the battery shelf life on the low end.
They certainly did. Batteries for my vivisectors. No, I'm short right now. Climax.
I think Watts manufactured holodiscs, or was it holotapes? Never can keep those two straight. Anyway, we're out of small energy cells. Dala? Never mind. I want to know. And no, I don't want to handle your batteries. Just pass them on to the lobotomite yourself.
Thanks. Let's see. So these work in the sonic emitter?
Careful where you're pointing that. That device wasn't always a weapon. It was more like a force field kind of thing. Once.
Force fields prevent us from moving forward or backward.
They are irritating.
The sonic emitter was specially designed to disable our own safety fields here in Big Mountain. When some of us lost our access passes, Dr. O.
That only happened once. And I know you were behind stealth fielding my lab keys, Dala. You formographer.
Dr. O, you rewind that comment.
Plenty of rewinding already going on in your formography tapes. Surprised that things don't snap out of their cases with repeated observations.
Wait, so this gun you gave me can disable force fields?
Maybe. Well, no, not currently.
Yeah, we lost that part of the schematics. Or Boros did. In one of the stupid labs. Or inside one of the stupid pets.
It is lost. All questions lead to this conclusion. The blue fields within Big Mountain shall be fielded with force forever.
If there's nothing more, I need to stop
Fine,
Mobius.
so, yes. Get these things for us. Do not attempt to comprehend their complicated schematics. That is for us to do.
Oh, I'll be sure to not tamper with anything, I promise.
Well, good. What are the token words spoken in this case? Thank you? Yes. Thank you.
Wait, is it leaving? But, Dr. Klein, the lobotomite will need rest, recuperation, things like that. I volunteer my chambers, so it might be stared at. My monitor radar slowly scanning its form to collect sensitive data.
No, that would put it too close to us. It could press buttons, turn lights on and off, and worse, let other lobotomites in.
We could give it Mobius's old room. This is where its brain got scooped out anyway. And plus, some of its parts are already there. Might be more comforting for it to hang out with its spine and heart. Home is where the heart is, after all. See what I did there? Wet literal.
I suppose. We'll have to move that couch out of there. Been putting that off too long.
H says, let the lobotomite take the Sync Central Intelligence personality chip and reinstall it. That stuffy Mobius program butler can walk the lobotomite, feed it, barter with it for us.
It would also prevent it from going to Higgs Village and taking up residence there with my teddy bears. And it would be nice to have it so close.
Your logic, combined with my desire to keep the think tank lobotomite free, has swayed me. Here, I present the Sync Central Intelligence. Lobotomite, take this chip to the sink, plug it in, and make sure the chip is clean, or it could skip. Then make whatever crude biologic demands you need of the sink. It will cater to most of your hormonal whims.
Huh. I can trade with the sync intelligence, then I'll need to activate that function, won't I?
I cannot dispute your logic. Do we have objects to activate the chip's exchange routines?
What, like stuff? Things?
Yes, things.
I don't know. Might be some old Nuka-Cola or Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle caps lying around. It's not currency per se. Still might be enough to trick the thing's trade routines. Mobius put that test line for caps in the code as a debug command, I think.
I don't
Oh, how
believe
convenient.
that was Mobius's reason. His wild speculation concerning post-Holocaust economic systems was quite extensive and of high decibel.
Enough! Surrender these so-called bottle caps, Nuka and Sunset alike. In their role as things, they will serve as adequate test subjects.
All right, here, cap away. Hope that stupid chip chokes on them.
Hey, we got 250 caps just for passing. Alright. So just plug it in the circular map things in the stair.
Yes, you may need to wiggle it in a bit, but don't force it. We can't recode them if you break it. There is no more we can do to aid you, and our patience levels are depleted. Now go. Rest in the sink if you must, but leave us to our research.
If you're done, can we move again? My biogel's starting to crampagulate.
Of course! Go man your science stations! Go! I'm surrounded by children.
Nice. So yes, this DLC is very, very wacky. It's like really supremely wacky. In a good way. Like, it's just kind of funny. I would say that it's funny in the sense of, like, you know, it tries to be humorous. And it is humorous. Like, how that works. I give a lot of credit to the writers for this Oh. So, yeah, we didn't need the mysterious broadcast. Now, the good news is we can take everything in here. That's what we're going to do. But I don't know why. I get a kick out of talking to the brains of the think tank. And there are a lot of humorous and just bizarre moments in the DLC that, you know, make you go equal parts like... They make you go equal parts like, what, huh? And then also just kind of like parts that make...
Has it come for hellos? You'll get no such satisfaction from me.
I didn't mean to talk to you, Boros. Yet. Well, we'll talk to them individually in a second, but I want to loot the place first. But yeah, I've got all my equipment here. But yeah, it is incredibly hilarious, this DLC. I wouldn't say all the jokes land, but it's just got this very campy, sci-fi feel to it, so it's very hard not to like it. Deluxe chemistry set. I will take that, and I will create stim packs. That's one thing that is not, like, always available. That's kind of disappointing in this game. Is the chemistry sets. Like, you run into one in the early game, and then you run into one here, and I can't remember. I'd have to look at the guide, but I don't think there's more than like 2 or 3 of them in the game. And they are a single-use item. So, yeah. But yeah, as you can imagine, those brains are in fact of pre-war scientists. And they have gone quite literally mad from the lack of socialization, one might expect. And, oh my. Well, I take it this is Dala's room. But yeah, it's very wacky. Not in a bad way. Like I said, it's fun. It's just fun, like, to experience this. One has to wonder, though, why these things are even there, and I really hope I don't get copyright for having that music play. I thought I'd...
Your penis-tipped feet dropping around.
That's not how this works, Dr. Klein. I know you haven't been attached to a living body in, like, forever, but yikes, man. You'd think you would know better by now. Rats. All this military technology, and I can't use it. I don't know why, but I seem to be getting, when I stream Fallout, I seem to have a lot of moisture in my mouth. Maybe it's just because I finish eating dinner before I stream these things. I don't know. I'm mostly just talking to another creepy thing. But yeah, we're going to talk to the think tank here really quick before we... Nice. But yeah, we'll talk to the think tank really quick before we install the sync intelligence, and then move on and see what they have to say for themselves. And obviously it will be wacky. And yes, you can revisit them and talk to them about certain things after a while. They do, in fact, have, like, some dialogue. That might be useful for later if my power armor breaks, to have that. A lot of mentats. So if your character uses mentats, and with the chem addiction thing being reduced, it's definitely useful in this particular DLC, without a doubt. I'm actually going to try and keep my heart and spine out of my character's body, and instead just, like, reattach my brain, for mostly because there's a very humorous interaction when you do go to interact with your brain. Probably one of the most humorous, of the entire DLC, and that's saying something if I'm being honest.
The lobotomite animal before me. What other terrifying terrors will plague us in our quest for knowledge? Communists? Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned.
Really?
Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling loyal cyber dogs to my aid. Do you comprehend, commie animal?
Yes. Do you always get this dramatic? Picking your brains. Yep, picking your brains. That means talking to all of the think tank here. Yep, you can talk to all of them. Despite your lack of earmuffs, talk to Dr. Klein. Speak to Dr. 8 if you can. You always get this dramatic?
Drama? There is no drama in science. As I learned in high school, science is an intellectual pursuit devoid of bestial emotions. Unless,
really?
of course, you are a communist. Like Betsy Bright, who sat next to me in math, and her smoking Confederate Richie Marcus. As I learned in my high school, American High, AHS, drama is for movies, things of fiction. Here in the think tank, the only star is science.
Who are you and what do you do here?
Before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing...
Yeah, he's responsible for the Cazador. So, you, Dr. Boros. You created the worst enemy in all of Fallout. Or the most annoying, rather.
Indeed. Docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here at Big Mountain
Nice.
to
Really?
preserve
No.
DNA and for observation.
Nope. Contained at Big Mountain. Those things are all over the Mojave.
No, such creatures are found only here, for research purposes.
Don't I
They
wish.
would no more be capable of escape than breeding.
Oh, I don't think that they're sterile. They breed all
I
right.
cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful surgical castrating procedures used in their creation. Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power would settle your doubts.
Go on ahead. You might make me more fertile or impregnate me.
Impregnate you? What? Do you want to make me vomit inside my tank? The mere notion makes the edges of my biomed gel crystallize into asymmetrical patterns.
You don't seem to have a grasp on your own research.
Nonsense! That is what you speak. Nonsense from beyond. I was at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. I knew figures. I knew data. We would know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves, so do not even try.
Alright, when did you create Cazadors?
In 2000, let's see, carry the 3, then count backwards with the Great Static, or beyond. There were the tarantula debates, and something about hawks, which made it around 2003, May, Tuesday. It was definitely Tuesday. Why are we even debating this? What you ask is of no importance. Mobius besieges us. There are more important things to worry about than data and facts.
Yeah. I want to know more about Mobius and the
The
Forbidden Zone.
malignant tumor that is Mobius plagues us all. His hunger for power, insatiable. From his lair in the Forbidden Zone, his terrifying Robo-Scorpion army clicks and whirs across the crater of Big Mountain, ever seeking, ever stinging. He must be stopped, or all of Big Mountain shall be destroyed.
Tell me about this radar fence.
The radar fence protects us all. If evidence is correct, the one who built it is me. It keeps anything with a disembodied brain inside, like us, and anything without a brain also inside. It is the ultimate defense against communist aggression. There'll be no infectious ideas on my watch.
Well, that's a relief. The fence doesn't make much sense to me.
It makes perfect sense. Who are you to question the mighty radar fence? Ever since my anxiety-filled days of powerlessness and being bullied in American high school, I have dreamed of such security as the fence. That and giant cybernetic dogs that would ruthlessly patrol and kill anyone who wasn't my friend, like Richie Marcus and Betsy Bright. Who's laughing now, Betsy? I hope you and Richie are happy smoking in your radioactive coffins. I'm glad you never came to my birthday party.
Oh, don't you want to leave here? But there's a whole world beyond this place.
No! Beyond is death, despite mounting evidence to the contrary. No matter where these strange humans wander in from with their ideas and new brains, there is nothing beyond Big Mountain.
Doesn't that prove you're wrong?
Enough! Stop filling my precious brain cell units with irrelevant data. You sound like the other visitors, making wild claims of a world beyond, where there is a war beyond war. It is unproven and unthinkable.
Other visitors?
Other doctors
Oh,
with
no.
your crackpot theories. I have no time. None of us do.
Other visitors? Why does Klein want these particular technologies?
There is logic and purpose in it. If these technologies are needed to pierce the Forbidden Zone, so be it. Science is powerful, and in the right hands, our hands, if we had hands, we would be nigh unstoppable.
Okay, that didn't answer my question. Can you tell me about the Big
That
Empty?
castrated nickname of our facility is not its true name. The true name is Big Mountain. Where are your manners? It is our home, threatened by the horrors of Mobius. All we wish to do is continue our research, layer upon layer, above and beneath the floor of the crater, until we have our answers. But no, Mobius will not let us rest, scaring us with his scary robots with their laser tails and blowing up all the time.
I saw the expanse of the balcony. You made quite a mess of the landscape. Huh? This crater looks like it's been tag teamed by giant fuckbots.
It was not our first choice of testing grounds, but we no longer have the luxuries of our test cities. Then we lost the mountain. After the explosion, we couldn't find it anymore. So the crater became our testing grounds for science.
Test cities?
Yes. In the past, individuals would come to us, pay for technology, and if their town, community, or city was just right, we could use that city as a controlled experiment. Vault-Tec was much better at it, of course. We had to make do, get permission, sometimes. If only we could have
Vault-Tec.
used commie
Well,
cities. But
they're not
capturing whole
Vault-Tec.
cities was hard, so we captured enough commies to make cities of our own. So we had a
Uh-oh.
group of Chinese prisoners to experiment on. Those were the days. But the true test was science on unsuspecting Americans. Whether it was holograms, new autodocs, toxins, vending machines, we wound them up, let them go into tiny, isolated towns. Then we observed.
Really? What was this explosion?
Boom! Yes, quite unexpected and embarrassing. All better now after the landscaping, though. Much more pleasing to our monitors. And the crater helps keep everything inside, because it is bowl-shaped. Submit your questions. I shall respond with deadly answers.
I think we're finally
Until
done.
next time, then. Provided there is a next time. For any of us.
Sorry, I'm just texting someone. Alright, so that was the enigmatic well, actually, they're all pretty enigmatic, but Boros. Did I open this footlocker? Yes, I did. Let's talk to 8. He doesn't seem to have any. Can you speak? Do you understand me? Yeah, he's basically gibberish. Did something having with your voice module? Most likely, yes. Is that a yes or a no or a yes no? Can I ask you some questions? Who are you? Good to meet you, double circle dash whoever. Do you know anything about Dr. Mobius and the Forbidden Zone? Alright. Just calm down. I didn't mean to alarm you. Can you tell me about the technologies Klein wants? You sound agitated or percolating. I swear your brain tank thing just sparked. Tell me about the big big mountain that is. Are y'all... let's see. You seem a little down. Wait, after listening for a bit, that's a Robco terminal protocol you're broadcasting, right? No, we can't fix him. No, we can't fix him to make him talk. We can try, so yeah. Haha, nice fun on the header file. Huh? I agree. If someone would just take their time, you're more than just sound effects in a tank. Nice. If that's a Robco terminal protocol link, doesn't that mean it can be hacked? It only takes you a second to violate your rights and make your voice mine. If that's terminal link code, don't worry, I'm not going to take advantage of your exposed code. Yay! Well, we tried. But I don't think it really worked. Not a problem. I know what it's like to be experimented on. Can you tell me about the sonic emitter? Yeah, he can't talk in normal language, but he can be understood, quote unquote. Huh, really? I see. Higgs Village. Can you point that out on your Pip-Boy? Or on my Pip-Boy? Thank you. So your house is there? There's an amino code in your house at Higgs Village. Okay. Oh, nice. 2 codes. One for the jukebox, one for the opera. Fan of the opera, huh? Alright, the jukebox is installed in the sink. Got it. I'll be going now. Actually. Huh. Now I'll be leaving. Alright, let's talk to
I
the
can
big
hear
shot
your...
Klein.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
I'd be honored to hear any knowledge the think tank has to share on the sciences.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
You seem to be the one in charge. You are?
I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head Researcher of Logistical Operations and Ideology here at Big Mountain. I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am first in my field, first chair, as it were, back in the days of chairs.
Who is Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen, twisted by one of us, a friend. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank. Brains, 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 always about the brains. So we exiled him. He says he left of his own volition, but that was to save him the embarrassment. Now he sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to plunder the secrets of Big Mountain. He is a menace.
These mechanical robo-scorpions consume intelligence? Are you certain of these are your findings? How drain intelligence from living creatures? How, Ken?
I'm not certain. Perhaps it only affects machines. If so, you may be immune. If it is chems, then we have nothing to fear. Since we are afraid, it must not be chems, and you need not fear, which means you can test it. Logical.
Sure you are. Why do I have this strange passive sensation?
Cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting, or asking questions, apparently. Have to correct that next time. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no and not permitted in the think tank. The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub.
Interesting. But I like to fight. Why the anti-aggression programming? Well, yep, now we get to learn a little bit more about the weaving backstory between a courier, a former deposed elder, and a scribe.
We had to take precautions after the last visitors. They caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight.
Who were the other visitors?
Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. The battle against the visitors damaged 8's voice module. Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. Impertinent. They also broke one of my trains.
Nice. What is this place?
This is the think tank. The nerve center of Big Mountain. The greatest research center known to man. And to us. Here we test and test and test some more in the name of science. Atomic power, nuclear power, and scientific power.
I've heard this place called the Big Empty.
Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and E next to each other and take Occam's razor to it. While you are here, you will refer to this place properly And you will do the same with the other scientists here.
I'd like to know about the forbidden
That
zone.
glowing red scar? That laser lobotomy canyon maze carved in the landscape as if by some child? It is Mobius's fortress. From that hemorrhoidal fissure, he sends his amazing robo-scorpions to terrify and irritate us. He always tended to the dramatic.
Can you tell me more about these pylons?
Ask Boros. I believe he knows more about the fence than any brain. Except maybe Mobius. Mobius was involved in their construction, if I recall. But he's such a hack, he probably was reading off Boros' notes and schematics.
I have some questions about this brain extraction you want to
Well,
perform.
we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto-dock runs on remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Gala knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why.
You said Mobius might have my brain?
In all probable likelihoods, yes. Possibly. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be something involving the surgery code. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear.
Mobius set up the Autodoc's medical routines. So you think he's responsible for the post-organ dump?
Yes, always leaves back doors into things. Have to keep finding them and closing them. The auto-dock is now erased of his routines. It was thorough. Only Mobius would know for sure what happened with the procedure. Perhaps. Well, and your brain, of course, it would know as well.
My brain would know? Come on, brains can't talk. Well, most
It can
brains.
communicate the procedure when we examine it. It is conceivable to trace its surgical scalpel prints once we have the brain. Might take some time, but your brain has no pain nerve to scream at us while we dissect it. Convenient. I detest screaming in my lab.
What is this Autodoc surgery?
Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto-dock. Yes, it fried itself after your procedure, so he couldn't tell for sure. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred. Even if we installed another chip, the information is lost.
Why would Mobius
Why
want
does
my
he seek our
brain?
destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with intelligence training stingers? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Clearly he's got some sort of psychological corrosion. He's mad.
These mechanical robo-scorpions.
Dr.
Oh,
O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. Loss of brainial power. Terrifying. O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-stings.
Alright, that's all for
Almost
now.
goodbye.
Sorry, I'm just gonna save after all that dialogue. In case the game crashes on me. Alright, we'll talk to O and Dala, and then we'll move on. We'll go and we'll explore.
I mean, if you want.
We'll explore a little bit out in the crater, and
Breaking
then we'll call it a
news!
stream.
Talking lobotomite
Maybe.
arrives in think tank. Its purpose unknown, undefinable. Its presence here impossible.
Not a word. I think you mean impossible. I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, really? Now the lobotomite is a master of the dictionary arts. What, do you have a doctorate in verbology? No? I do. And stop the presses. Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Robco tech on your arm? It is. What's your agenda bringing that in here?
Ah, rivalry. Rivalry with Robco. Rivalry with Robco.
How dare you bring Robco tech in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Ooh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain can make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on his stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco.
I don't think I'll worry you by telling you what Mr. House, what House and his robots have been up to since.
Worry about House? Why would I do this? Hope he died alone in a dingy room, straining his last remaining bodily fluids into jars. And him and his dirty girl bots. Don't even get me started on those filthy biological catcher's mitts.
Ooh, calm down. I just wanted to
Fine.
ask some questions.
Ask.
I heard you and 8 were attacked by previous visitors.
I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm.
Let's see. Little human farm,
This
huh?
human. I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now, but...
I can tell you for the record, by the way, that the visitor, the hostile visitor that he's referring to is Father Elijah, who, yes, that mentored Victoria and who we will meet in another DLC.
2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing.
Why is
Klein
that?
knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out.
You have another name?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept a mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple.
Oh, are you sure? I'm a good listener. Got the ears for it.
Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after colostodiuretics. Okay, so my name isn't O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
Ah! So he was number 0.
Yes, thank you. 0. I am 0. How hard is that? A narrow, thin 0.
Alright, so you want me to call you Zero, or...
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, all right? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
I don't have high intelligence. What do you do?
All things robotical. You see a robot? I made it. See a broken robot? I made it that way. Deconstructed it down to parts. A gift with machines. I can render anything inoperable. Preserve them in a non-functioning state.
That doesn't sound impressive, breaking machines,
Who
that
asked
is.
you? You just wait until a working machine threatens you, and you'll wish I was around.
Tell me about Mobius and the monsters
That
of his.
genius Mobius somehow cobbled together these really impressive-looking robot scorpions with spare parts. Even painted them. Tried to see what makes them tick. Can't even examine them without them detonating all over me. Left with shrapnel and burns. Every time. Supposedly, he has even larger models, even a giant robot scorpion hidden deep within the Forbidden Zone. Yeah, right. Giant monsters, sure.
A giant robot scorpion?
Yeah, right. Something right out of a midnight science fiction feature. Ridiculous. What are the odds?
More likely than you'd think. Can you tell me about this facility?
Big Mountain used to be a mountain. Then there was a slight mishap. Now it's a crater. The dome used to be buried, now it's exposed to the sky. Don't get me wrong. Makes the sky light up like a planetarium at night. All those spectra.
That it does.
So soothing.
That it does, actually. If you actually look outside at the big mountain at night in the skyline, or the skybox, it's very impressive.
I'd have a few left. Yeah, there were a few under the monitors here. Here you go. Keeps the place tidy.
Yeah, you get 50 more caps.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
Alright, we'll talk to Klein really quick, then we'll talk to Dala before we finally head up to the sink. For programming.
Did you retrieve the technology?
I heard one of the previous visitors to the dome spoke to you, asked some questions.
Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about?
Impossible.
Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left with some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh, well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
Another quest complete. Alright. And now we'll talk to Dala, and that should give us one last boost of XP.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
Yay, we'll level up after this conversation.
Yes, go on. See seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue, like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's mouthal cavity.
Ugh. Lady Killer. Seems you have more biological needs than your counterparts coming out of her shell.
What? Nonsense.
Close eyelids, breathe deeply, stretch languidly.
What? What are you doing?
Run hands through sides of face. Exhale rapidly.
Stop it. Why? Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography?
Turn and cough roughly, slowly scratch your nose.
Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts. All that skin and muscle and tissue.
Why don't you just give in? There's nothing wrong with looking at the human body.
Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once, long ago.
I could come back in any time and just breathe if you want.
Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my jaw might run over. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly. Woo. Woo. Purple, purple, woo. Bloop, bloop,
What the
bloop.
heck?
Purple. Ba-ba, bloop. Ba-ba, bloop. Ba-ba, bloop.
Gee, thanks for that.
Bit there. Thank you, lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now.
Who are you and what do you do here?
Why, my little bear of teddiness. I am Dr. Dalla, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and medicinal sciences. I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity and advanced curiosity. That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science.
211 doctorates. How is that even possible?
Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big Mountain, but new sciences as well. Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until every group can be subgrouped or partitioned. What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title.
I am sometimes called a courier.
Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance. You are the second one I've met in recent times. Very different specimens.
There was another courier?
Of course. You must have met others in your travels. This one had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety.
Interesting.
I do
What
not
was the
know,
question?
nor should we try to access it. Perhaps Klein has the logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory.
Why did you remove my brain? And how?
Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. One laser incision around the skull. Crack, snip, done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. We've never had a lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols.
But how am I still walking and talking around?
That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it slurped off to, you could humanically reduce yourself again.
I'm thinking Rick and Morty got that from this DLC. I feel strange in here. Peaceful, but on
It
edge.
is the pacification field emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull. Without a brain, your aggression is suppressed in here.
Is there any way to shut it off?
Why would you want such a thing? You might surrender to your hormones and commit primal aggression on me, on us, again and again. Then I would have to return the favor, activating my vivisectors and gently lobotomizing you from behind. Not something I would relish doing. No, the only way to circumvent the field is to have a brain, and we extracted that like we do all lobotomites here. Perhaps you are stuck in a looping gesture of
verbal intercourse.
Dr. Mobius, a monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, with but one jaundiced eye with which to perceive the world. Exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory, and perhaps differences in research methodology. His one terrible eye forever peers at us, an eye of ever-increasing magnification. He watches from his dome in the Forbidden Zone, spying on us all.
I don't understand the tech Klein wants.
It'll all become clear. If not, at least we will have the technology here at the dome, where all technology belongs. When we have all the technology,
Sound like the
all
Brotherhood.
the answers, we can share it with the world, piece by piece. All will be in order, and all will be like Big Mountain.
Can you tell me about the big empty
This
Big
mountain, now crater, encompasses the sum total of knowledge of humankind. It is Big Mountain, where all questions can be answered. You'll see, no matter what your questions, Big Mountain will provide the answers, as it has done for so many before you.
Questions
Previous
like what?
test subjects who have come here have had many questions for us. We answered them with science, fire, and termination.
Don't you mean determination?
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Yes, yes, indeed. Let us level up. Woohoo! Alright. What do I want to level up? Do I have anything down below here now? Voracious Reader. Walker Instinct. Computer Whiz. No. Don't need that. Robotics Expert. Ah. Definitely. I mean, I think that's what I want. I mean, there's only a handful of other ones, really, that I can think of. Alright, we finally talked to all the brains. Yay! So now... excuse me. Let us go install the sync persona. And then after that, we will head outside and do a little bit of exploring. Before we call it a stream.
Salutations
Revelation.
and felicitations, sir, and a most jocund welcome to the Sync. I am your electronic valet and household central processor. May I be of service, sir?
Also, we have 9 other artificial intelligences we can find.
Regrettably not, sir. All modules in this habitat are synthetic personalities atop a mundane operating system. There is no intelligence here, sir.
Huh? You mean there are other personality
Indeed,
modules
sir.
in here?
Though if Sir's aim is to activate them, I lament to inform, sir, that most have been offline for some years. If Sir was to ask my opinion, I should venture that Sir is better off without them. However, if Sir is determined to inflict upon Sir's self their dubious services, Sir might locate backup personality disks elsewhere in the facility.
Why is that?
The other modules are rather erratic, sir. Their personality matrices are built on flawed logic and have not weathered the years well, sir.
So can I access their functions without loading the
Tragically, the core
holotapes?
operating systems are also located on the personality tapes, sir. Once the tape is
Damn.
installed, Sir may request I switch their dialectic interfaces off, and I shall oblige with great delectation. However, Sir will still be required to locate and install a backup holotape to access their functionality.
Why are there so many personality
As I am
modules?
given to understand, sir, this facility was once the property of a Dr. Mobius. He crafted the personality modules as part of a collection of experiments on the subject of machine-human interface. As to the reason for the unusual choices of devices to receive the modules, I cannot say.
Never mind, I have something else. What
In
service do
addition
you
to
provide?
managing the personality matrices of the other household utilities, I can provide Sir with direct access to the commissary. Any goods Sir might require may be purchased through my shopkeep interface, whence tiny robots shall deliver them forthwith to this very domicile.
I'd like to buy some things. He's got a lot of ammo, which is nice. Very nice. I don't think he has... Oh, he does have some of this. Let's see here now. Now it's going to be me buying a lot of ammo for stuff that I don't necessarily know if I need. Oh yeah, that's right, the Tesla cannon. I forgot about that. That survivalist rifle will still come very much in handy. Ah yes, the sonic emitter. And I did bring the pulse gun, so yeah. Yeah, now it's basically stock up on ammunition mode. Huh. Yeah, nails. I forgot. I don't have a railgun yet, but I can. I do have nails, so... Or for a nail gun, potentially. Ah! Yeah, in case you needed to buy it again, the sonic emitter revelation, but I don't. We are going to use that weapon repair kit right away, though. Didn't quite repair as much as I'd hoped, but oh well. Alright,
Sir would
let's
press
see if...
Sir's final. Might I be of service?
Yes, please repair. Thankfully, he's got a repair skill of 100, which means that he can repair everything that I have. Excuse me. So that's the good news. Bad news is he can't repair everything I have. But I also don't have really that much to even worry about, so yeah. Alright then. Oh geez, I used up almost all my caps.
I might vibrate at a soothing frequency.
Alright, let's get out. Let's get out of here and explore the world a little, shall we? Now, the enemies do scale up to the challenge a little bit, but for the most part, I don't think enemies should be that big of a challenge for me overall. No, why must you play the mysterious broadcast? That's gonna get me copyright. Okay, so there's the sink. Okay, so we're gonna go straight ahead to the X2. We're gonna go straight ahead to the X2. Antenna array. At least try to get that one done.
You will not escape the eyes of my robo-scorpions or their pincers.
Yeah, it's not you I'm worried about. It's this guy. See? Lobotomite. Other lobotomites, I should say. Ones that ain't so friendly. Looking like they're out of Saw or something. Oh, he's got a power fist. That hurt actually. You want to come back here? I'm not complaining. Oh, I see. He was actually gonna take the shotgun to me. I'm glad I got you then. God, this gun is so awesome. It's just a shame that the 45 caliber ammunition is really expensive. Hey, unique weapon for this DLC, Saturday Night Fist. But yeah, the ammunition for the 45 is very, very expensive and very rare, which is, of course, just fantastic. But it can't be helped, I suppose. But yeah, we're gonna try to finish at least that X2 facility. I believe I'm heading still in the right direction. Yes, I am. Higgs Village is also in that general area, too. Messiah, like that. Yeah, Higgs Village is also in that general vicinity, which is good because that's not necessarily tied to quests, but it is a very cool thing to see. It's actually kind of amazing how much like purified water you find in this DLC, which I guess kind of indicates that even if the bombs did in fact fall here, they are not that, the radiation is not that present, which is, again, very weird, to say the least. There we go. Some military trucks from the USA. Whoa. Hey, boys. Oh. Ooh, he's got something. Yeah, there's quite a few of you. I apologize if this is, loud. I could turn the weapon effects down. Also, I'm just spraying and praying apparently. Maybe I should get into first-person mode for shooting these guns, because that would help, I would think. But who says I needed that? Who says I need companions? And actually, this is like, I think, the only DLC where you don't get companions of any description, too, so there's that. Yeah. And I think this is like the only DLC where you get like no companions of any description. The good news is once you take out the lobotomites, they are freaking gone. They don't respawn or anything like that. They're just annoying in the short term. Where's the homie that I popped that had the axe? That's another unique weapon in this game. Really? Where did he go? Right here? Ah. Yes, the proton axe. Another cool weapon. Unique weapon. Heck, the X2 antenna that we're gonna go get is actually a unique weapon, too. I don't know why, it just is. So, yeah. Alright. And so... Oh, so we're near Higgs Village first, actually. Well, let's unlock that on the fast travel map. Alrighty then. Yeah, and as you can see, it's kind of like an air hangar. So, Higgs Village. And now you can see the X2 satellite array. Probably gonna be something that wants to kill me on the way in or out, but let's go get him, shall we? Also, get used to that mark. That mark is actually of Ulysses, who is the other. I'll spoil it and just say that that's the name of the other courier that was mentioned by the think tank. So yeah. Y-17 trauma override harness, huh? Oh, this is interesting. They look like spacesuits. They look like spacesuits. Interesting. Damn it. Alright. Well, out of 45 ammo already. That didn't take long. What do I want to use? Suck Q35 matter modulator. Got him. Haha. Yes, I know I'm in my first person mode. I just decided that that's better. I like that better. That's creepy looking, ain't it? Oh, like seriously. goo pile. Human flesh. If you got the cannibal perk, you could get more out of that. But look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Let me zoom in here. In first person mode. This freaking skeleton animated by... corpse animated by the, something. It's creepy, eh? Alright, now where was this other a-hole? There we go. And he's the one with the super sledge, aka thing I do not care about. Ooh, camera. Interesting. But anyways... Oh yeah, that's right, I got the shish kebab too. So yeah, I've got a lot of my unique weapons here with me, so I am not afraid... Excuse me, I am not afraid to tussle down, as it were. Excuse me. With a lot of these monstrosities. However you want to describe them. Even if I did burn through my 45 ammo very quick, I still at least have the 45 submachine gun too, in case I want to use it. I guess it's just the cost of very effective ammunition. Climb to the tippy top. Oh. So, I could hack them, or I could use the pulse gun. I think we'll use the pulse gun. Yeah. Might as well. We only got to use it very briefly in Vault 11, and it was very useful there, but...
Do not be alarmed. Law and
Protectron Mark IV, eh? Protectron Mark IV, eh? Interesting. And yes, we'll explore... And yes, we will explore the rest of this after we take out these Protectrons. I just want to make sure that we do so. Yeah, for the record, it's definitely good to have those, to have these, to have a good variety of guns, and that's why I am kind of glad that they let you keep all your equipment when you go to, Big Mountain, because it would be, much more annoying if they didn't. Alright, and... I know what we have to do. I'm just looking at what we can grab here. Finance clipboard. Never know what you might find. Oh, maybe that is the way up. But I think the satellite dish is where we really need to go. Alright. Actually, I think I do want to equip the pulse gun again because I do believe, if I'm remembering correctly, a group of robo-scorpions attacks you after you grab the antenna. I don't really know if there's anything really of value in these. I think there's just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Nothing too special. Mostly junk to pawn off. There's a reason though why you go through it all, just in case. Why would I want flour? Okay, so check the vending machines. Yes, please. I'm gonna laugh if I actually get like all the Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle caps from like a DLC, like collecting them from the various Sunset Sarsaparilla machines, like here in the Big Mountain, because I need like 75 or 50 of them. I can't remember. I think it's 50. I think I'm close, but not nearly close enough. Gotta collect that ammunition. No, okay. No terminal. Sync project! Yay! Light switch. See? You keep your eyes open, you'll find it eventually. You'll find those, but, you know, while you explore the various facilities. And that's something we can plug in and turn on when we go back to the sink later. I won't do that right now. I think I checked this one. Yeah, okay, we've done a full circle. Alright, so let's get this antenna, shall we? Which can be used as a weapon for some reason. But hey, I'm not a scientist. Heh.
Trying to steal the H2 transmitter array antenna, are you? You won't succeed. Not if my lethal robo-scorpions have any say in the matter.
Well, they're a little late. I know they'll probably end up trying to get me on the way out, but thud.
Scorpion, attack!
Sorry, his dialogue's kind of cutting in on itself. This is, yeah, Robo-Scorpion Mark IV. Yeah, these guys... Ah. I was gonna say they're not that tough. I forgot about the explosion. It doesn't necessarily make them tough. And again, with the Brotherhood armor, I am still very much energy resistant, so I'm not worried about that.
Stop that! You'll damage the hull!
It's kind of the point, Brainwave. What do you think? I'm just gonna let it...
You'll damage the hull!
Yeah, it's kind of the point, Brainwave. Ah. Okay. Alright. Let's drink them up. Drink them up some Nuka-Cola. There. Alright, I think there will be one more or two more out here waiting for me. Nope. Mark 4B. Now they're giant. I see. Now we're gonna have some giant ones. Yeah, let's use some pulse grenades while I have them, shall we? Crap, crap, crap. Throw the grenade, you fool! Now, there. There. Yes.
You're no match for science.
I'm no match for science. Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh. I almost died.
You won't escape.
Woo. Jeez. Hell. There we go. Christ, how much health do you have? Robo-Scorpions. Well, I got to use my pulse stuff here. That's nice, at least. Yay! Yay. It is nice to get to use some of my energy weapons. Okay. Wait a minute. There's another one over here. Well, I don't actually have to come back here, so I'm not too concerned. Alright. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about having to go back there. What I am going to do is I'm going to go to Higgs Village, because Higgs Village has a combination of a lot of the modules that you want, and also it happens to have, excuse me, a lot of stuff that you can just take. It doesn't have like the specific technology we need, but it has a lot of the other stuff that will prove useful, and it has lore too, so we'll take a look briefly at Higgs Village, and then I'll call it a stream. Now there is a Wild Wasteland encounter here, where you actually encounter a miniature Deathclaw. I'm gonna avoid that though, because even the tiny Deathclaw actually does like a lot of damage to you, and I just do not want to deal with that. But it's kind of just an FYI. It's a reference to, I believe, Gremlins, if I'm not mistaken. Said tiny Deathclaw. It's kind of funny, but like I said, it's not really necessarily worth the headache, because even though it's a miniature Deathclaw, it still will kill you pretty quick. It's just annoying. So yeah. And yes, they do still have stuff in their mailboxes after 200 some odd years. That's just normal, don't you think? Okay, so House 101. How quaint. It's all pretty much intact, too, and no, you can't use the intercom. It's kind of funny how they, like, make this big, like, pronounced about, like, all of the, like, these various drinks and stuff. They clearly know some things. I am kind of sorry that I can't, like, play, like, have, like, the Fallout radio playing in the background, but I did get my streams muted for the for copyright when doing so, and I don't want that to be the case again. It's bad enough that, like, I probably will get some copyright just for show, or just when the stream ends up on YouTube anyways. So, well, it looks like the terminal might tell us whose house this is. Hey! Book shoot. Oh, never mind. Terminal will not tell us whose house this is. But considering it's all the electronic whirring gizmos, it seems like this would probably be Zero's house. Just a thought. Oh, never mind. It's Dr. Klein's place. Including Dr. Klein's glove, which is a unique weapon. It's kind of like the Saturnite fists that you get that you can upgrade. But, geez, the guy sure loved his fully stocked bar and everything. And it's funny that the DLCs have, like, except for, like, well, I shouldn't say that. In 2 of them, they have non-irradiated water sources. And in the rest of them, they have irradiated water sources. Like, just like the rest of the wasteland. It's just kind of weird when you think about it. But yeah, Dr. Klein clearly loves not only having like random junk, but he also loves his drinks. Jeesh. Alright, we'll explore the next house. No mail in this one. I'm assuming this is Zero's house because of all the electronic monitors and stuff, but I could be wrong. Again, despite nobody seemingly inhabiting Higgs Village, the place is sure overturned, like, a lot. Huh. I think we're gonna finish examining these houses and then I'll call it a stream. No skeletons though, so again, this proves that if nothing else, the doctors that we see in the think tank are in fact the same doctors that like they're real people, that their brains have just basically been the only thing of them that survived now. After all this time. And yes, you can in fact sleep. They all hooked on the mentats, that's for sure. Yeah, holy crap. Who's the mentats addict? I mean, I guess you could argue who isn't the mentats addict among them. And I will just be taking these and I'll be pawning them off, honestly. Might be dollars. Recipes, science skill book. Ooh, nice. So, now I have a recipe for the bookmaker, I believe. Or for the book shoot. Goody. Alright. It's kind of quaint, though. It's like, you can't imagine these, like, brains in jars living in these houses. Well, birds in cages. I'm assuming Boros, because he loved it. He liked his aminals. Well, we could certainly find out by opening the basement. I'm just cleaning up with the Sunset Sarsaparilla. I think that's the Death Claw. Could be wrong. Alright. Door to the basement. Very hard, no problem. I've got 57 lockpicks. Or bobby pins. Make that 56. Come on. Come on. Grr. Grr. There we go. Oh. 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 Maybe this is actually No, this is Boros, because those crates indicate very, very much that there were some animal chicanery experiments going on. I'm trying to remember though, is there actually something down here that I need? Or is this just kind of like you get to see into the warped and twisted, or even more into the warped and twisted world? A Ripper? Ugh. That's a handheld chainsaw weapon. Yeah, this is definitely creepy. Thinks me want to get out of here right now, that's for sure. Alright. Well, let's get the hell out of here. I can't really remember if there was... I mean, if there was something in there and I just missed it, then so be it. I don't think there was any, like, sync personalities or anything like that, so I'm not too worried on that front. Oh, got my one bobby pin back that I lost. Basement key, just in case you couldn't get it with the pick. Just, yep, Boros's basement key. One could have probably guessed with all of the creepy stuff here, but now you know. Yeah, I think that's the doghouse I don't want to go near. I mean, it's interesting for a Wild Wasteland thing, but it's not anything. So this is Dr. 8's house. Him and his clocks. Jukebox don't work. So they all had, like, intercoms that they could call each other if something went down, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, this is number 8, I believe. Whose real name is never really revealed. Yep, there you go. Audio sample. Yep, take it to the jukebox to recalibrate the sonic emitter. Yep, because the sonic emitter is a weapon that we can modify with different sounds, and they do varying damages against other enemies. Sorry if I keep checking cabinets that I end up checking again. For the most part, that's not me doing it on purpose. It's just like, you know, when so many of these compartments and stuff look the same, I find myself having the need to check them again to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Mugs. Believe it or not, those actually will play some degree of importance. In fact, all of this additional scrap that you see, Big Mountain's actually a really good place to get rid of a lot of scrap if you have any. So when you do all the various upgrades and stuff. I believe this is the last house. Could be wrong. We'll have to double check because I started at 101. So we'll have, we'll definitely know. Another skill book, speech skill. Yep, this is Dala's house. All the teddy bears. Ugh. Sexy sleepwear and dress wear. Ugh. Why does she have all this stuff other than being creepy? Ugh. Well, yep. I don't think there's anything else, too much else here. Wine, wine, wine. Okay. Yeah, just double check. Make sure that... Oh, nope, we didn't go in this one. Zero's house. Check out Zero's pad, and then after that we will head out of Higgs Village and call it a stream. Oh, well, we knew he didn't like Securitron, so yep. I also think that this is where you find the Sync Project Muggy upgrade, which Muggy is just one of my favorites. I mean, it's so stupid, yet so, like, awesome. Yeah, a picture of Robert House, and when he had a body, he clearly was not a fan of Robert House. Was 8. I suppose, I mean, somebody makes a living off of something, and it's basically a better version of anything that you've ever done. I mean, yeah, I'd get upset too. There's even a Securitron deconstruction plant that has some stuff. In fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, audio sample giant tarantula. I don't remember that one. Actually, I think we have it in order to get, thank you for the delay on that. In order to get Muggy, actually, now I think about it, we actually have to get, go to that Securitron deconstruction plant. Yeesh. It's just not, this is just not safe, Dr. O. Where the hell did you sleep? I know he probably, where did he sleep if his bed was overturned? Again, it makes you kind of wonder, how long ago did the scientists vacate these residences? Because they're all kind of sort of in, it looked like, at some point before they became the brains in the jar. So it doesn't seem like didn't live. Okay. Alright. What? That's Higgs. Who would build the homes in an aircraft there? Or an aircraft, huh? Interesting, to say the least. Alright, going to... Can I want... Okay, I would want to probably... to the thing. The map is not necessarily expansive on the exterior as, say, the Zion Valley, but it does have a lot of interiors. This DLC does. So believe it or not, I'm actually going at a pretty decent clip. Alright. We're gonna get some daylight, and then I'm gonna call it a stream. Alright. Well, we certainly got through quite a decent bit for all the talking. But, for now, I'm going to call it a stream. I'd like to thank each and every single one of you for watching, whenever you watch this. And, until next time, stay beautiful, stay healthy, stay sane out there, and have a pleasant day. Peace out. Until next time.